This is one of those resorts that you really have to understand before you book it, because on paper it looks simple, adults only on one side and family friendly on the other, but when you actually get there, you realize that it's all just one big property, same entrance, same views, same ocean, just two completely different energies layered together, and depending on which side you choose, your trip can feel really different. So instead of just reviewing it, let's actually walk through how this place works. When you pull up, it just feels like one big modern resort. You'll see couples and families unloading in the same area, everyone arriving through the same entrance, and if you book the secret side thinking, okay, adults only, this is going to be nice and quiet, well, you might be a little confused when you first get there, unless you already know how this place works. But once you get your bags out, that's when it really starts to separate. Dreams check-in is on the main level, Secrets check-in is on the floor right above it. Same building, just a different direction. And that's when it clicks. This isn't really two separate resorts sitting next to each other. It's one giant property with two completely different resorts built into it. Dreams is the family side. Secrets is the adults only side. There's almost 700 rooms operating together. Secrets has 278 and Dreams has 421. If you're staying at Secrets, you basically have access to the entire property. Restaurants, pools, shared spaces on both sides. The only areas that are restricted are your preferred club spaces. Unless you're booked into Secrets Preferred, then I guess you really do have access to everything. Dreams guests can't dine or drink on the Secrets side. Well, there is one restaurant that's kind of on the corner that's technically in the Secret side, but at night it turns into a family friendly, and that's Himitsu. So there's that one, but that's it. The resorts are connected, but it's not equal access. And that's really the key to understanding how this place works. Now, let's start on the Dreams side. On the Dreams Bahia Mita side, you notice a difference right away. You hear kids laughing, families are spread out across the pools. There's energy, there's movement, but it doesn't feel chaotic or overwhelming. It just feels active, not really crazy. The main pool areas are designed for families, so you'll see kids swimming, parents relaxing nearby, and groups coming and going throughout the day. There's usually music playing and activities happening, and that's the steady vacation buzz that you expect at a family-friendly all-inclusive. It's social, it's lively, and it feels welcoming for families, but it's not out of control party energy. It's just naturally busy, family-focused atmosphere, that type of thing. There's also 6 large pools here, plus 3 hot tubs. There's activity pools, kids pools, infinity pools facing the ocean. If you're staying in the preferred club on Dream side, there's even a rooftop infinity pool that gives you a little more elevation where you can see out across the whole thing. Yes, even on the family side, there are adult-only spaces. There's an 18-plus swim-up pool with a bar. There's adults-only hot tubs, so you're not surrounded by kids splashing all the time unless you just want to be. But the real action is in the water park area. This is really the heart of the family side of the Dreams. This is where the kids naturally gravitate to. Water slides, the splash areas, the pools, even got a pirate ship there. It's all right here in one space. They can just run and play without feeling spread out across the entire resort. And it's not just the slides either, it's how convenient everything is. You've got the Tides Water Park grill right there for a quick, easy food. You got the Bahia Bites food truck, food trailer, whatever it is, it's parked right there nearby. And even an ice cream place with unlimited ice cream and treats for the kids. The kiddos can move from slide to snack to a pool without ever really leaving that zone, which makes it easy for everyone and even the parents too. And parents, speaking of you, you're covered too because Bahia Mita's splash bar is right there. There's also plenty of chairs, plenty of umbrellas, so you can just sit back and keep an eye on everything, or if you want, jump in and be a part of it. There's so much concentrated into this little area that families could just easily spend half the day here or even all day if they wanted and never feel like they need to go anywhere else. So let's take a look at the rooms because eventually you're going to need to go there. Now, I toured a Junior Suite Tropical View on the Dreams side. It was room 2420 to be exact, and it felt comfortable right away. It was bright, clean, practical layout. You got plenty of balcony space, which is something I always appreciate, and the design felt modern. Now, the bathroom is fully stocked, had shampoo, conditioner, body wash, all there for you. You've got an espresso maker in the room, which is huge for me at first thing in the morning. I love those things. You've got a fully stocked mini fridge, which is refreshed daily. They do use Coke products here and Dos Equis beer, Plus, you have your water bottles, so you're not just hunting around for the basics. You got them right there in your room if you need them. If you're traveling with kids and need connecting rooms, the family suite category is how you guarantee the connecting rooms. That's essentially two junior suites that connect and they're sold together, which makes a big difference for families who just want a little extra space but still want to be right next to each other. All rooms include 24-hour room service, which is great whether you're traveling with kids or not. And if you decide you do want to get out and plan on leaving the resort and do some excursions or something while you're there, I'm going to leave a link in the description to a couple companies that we use all the time and we trust them. They offer a lot of different options depending on what type of adventure you're looking for, so definitely check them out if you want to explore outside the resort. Now, let's talk a little bit about the secret side. When it comes to the secret side, the tone shifts a little bit. The same architecture, same views, but it feels calmer. Secrets has 278 suites. If you upgrade to the Preferred Club, you also get access to an exclusive rooftop infinity pool and lounge area. That rooftop space is where things really get interesting. Now, let's look real quick at the rooms over here. The layout is actually very similar to what you get over at the Dreams side. General flow, same balconies, same overall footprint. But there are a few subtle differences. The biggest one is the decor. The Secrets rooms just feel a little more elegant. The tones are softer, the lighting feels warmer, and the whole space has more of a relaxed, modern vibe to it. You still get the same amenities as the Dream side. The mini fridge is stocked daily with Coke products. It has Dos Equis beer, bottled water, and soft drinks, all that good stuff. There's also an espresso maker. The bathroom is fully stocked with shampoo, conditioner, body wash, so you don't have to bring all your stuff from home if you don't want. And here's a small feature I really like. There's a hidden tray return box built right into the wall for room service. When you're done eating, you don't have to leave the dirty dishes sitting in your room or stick them outside the door. You just put them in this little box and wait for the pickup. Works the same way when they're delivering the food. They just stick it in there and you can get it out without having to answer the door and interact with the staff. Honestly, the biggest difference between the two rooms isn't the layout or the amenities, it's just the overall feel. The Secret side just feels a little more relaxing, a little more refined, and a little more elegant. Now, I mentioned if you have the Preferred Club, you get rooftop. Well, this goes for both Dreams and Secret side. There is a Preferred Club rooftop, and it's pretty neat. It's adults only up there. Both sides, Dreams and Secrets, share a bar, and you can move back and forth pretty freely. They really don't enforce strict sides on the rooftop the way that they do in areas where the kids have access. So up there, it feels more like one elevated adults only space, even though it's technically divided. And if you want privacy and feel like splurging a little bit, you can reserve a cabana. The cabanas up there, they were listed for about $500 a day through Hyatt Experiences. Now, they're rented from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and they hold up to 6 guests, so I guess you could divide it up. You do get a lot of stuff with them. You get 2 lounge beds, a cooler with selections of beverages, a bottle of champagne, and food service from nearby restaurants brought right up to you. So if you want your own little space up there, that's one way you can do it. Now let's talk about dining. Now between Secrets and Dreams, now Secrets has 12 and Dreams has 7. That might sound massive, and it is, but here's the part that people don't always realize. They don't run all every single night. They rotate them depending on occupancy. So you still have a lot of choices. You just may not see every single one open on the same evening. Now, access matters. If you're staying at Secrets, you can eat anywhere on either side, no restrictions. If you're staying at Dreams, you can only eat at the ones on the Dreams dining side, except the one I mentioned with the Himitsu that's actually on the corner inside the Secrets area. That's technically Secret side, but kids are allowed there for dinner when it's open. Even on the Dream side, there are still adult-focused restaurants at night, like Portofino, the Italian restaurant. It goes adults only for dinner. There's certain hibachi tables at Himitsu that are adults only also. So even though Dreams is family friendly, it still creates some of its own adult spaces for the evening. As far as food goes, the overall restaurant, you've got so much variety. Portofino does Italian, you have pastas, you got seafood. The kind of place that you just slow down and sit for a while. You have Himitsu, the Asian option, with sushi and stir fry, teppanyaki. You got Blue Water Grill that leans towards steaks and stuff. You have Oceania that focuses on seafood. El Patio covers your Mexican stuff. Then during the day, you've got your grills and quick bites, so you're not having to dress up just to grab a bite of lunch. There's enough variety that you're not going to get bored. Let's take a quick moment and talk about the beach. The beach is beautiful, but smaller and a bit rocky. It's not always swimmable. They use a flag system there daily to indicate the conditions. This is the Pacific coastline. You got to remember that. It's not calm Caribbean water. Instead of snorkeling, they lean more into surfing. Now, you can book intro to surf lessons here. You've also got kayaking and paddleboarding included. And while we're talking about Mexico in general here, you know that the water here isn't safe to drink. They don't even recommend drinking the water at the airports. That's why I always bring my Epic water bottle. These things here are amazing. It allows you to drink water anywhere without having to worry about it. It filters out all the harmful contaminants. This is great, so you're not constantly having to buy water if you're at the airport or something like that. And if you're interested in this, I'll leave a link in the description below. So who is this resort really for? So if you're traveling with kids and you want water slides, kids club, structured activities, easy food right by the pool, and something happening all the time, the Dreams side just makes sense. It's definitely built for that kind of a trip. Now, if you're an adults only couple and you're picturing total silence with 0 kids anywhere in sight, this probably isn't your first choice, unless you go with the Secrets Preferred Club and then spend most of your time up on the rooftops in the adults only spaces. But if you're an adult who likes having options, doesn't mind a little layered energy around you, and if you appreciate being able to choose between calm and social depending on the moment, this place actually works really well then. This isn't the kind of place that you book if you're looking for total seclusion where you barely see another person anywhere. It's modern, it's active, and it's social, and there's always something happening somewhere on the property. You've got 2 completely different experiences operating on the same footprint. And once you understand how it's structured, it actually makes a lot more sense. At that point, it's not really about asking whether the resort is nice, it's about figuring out which side fits the way that you want to vacation. And if you're looking at resorts in this area, check out this one next. You might be interested in that too. And as always, keep wondering, exploring, and discovering.